What's good, peeps? Self-isolation day 16. I think it might be 17. Who's counting? It's just another day of self-isolation. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everyone's okay. Your family members are okay. Numbers are going up, aren't they? Right? The number of casualties is increasing rapidly. Boy, I don't know what it is now, but obviously it's well into its thousands. Crazy, right? Crazy. What does everyone make of this 5G conspiracy theory? Are you a conspiracy theorist? Do you subscribe to conspiracy theories? I have to admit, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I don't know about that one. I think that one's a bit far-fetched, but I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. But yeah, I think this 5G technology one's a bit far-fetched, if I'm honest with you. My uncle passed away 2 days ago from the coronavirus. I'll say uncle. If you're African, I think you'll know what I mean. So he's not like my mum or my dad's brother. He's just a family member that's grown up alongside my family for a number of years. So we call them uncles. So he's not blood uncle, but nonetheless, he's someone that sort of my family, particularly my mum, was very, very close with. So, yeah. Before we talk about Wilder, Fury, etc., shout out to Amir Khan doing his bits, right? Amir Khan is doing his bits during this coronavirus. Obviously, he has that big shopping mall that he's offered free use of for NHS during this time, which, I mean, you have to applaud him. And he's obviously sending aid back to Pakistan. So he's doing his bits. A lot of these, I don't know, multimillionaire sports stars, you want to hope that they're going to do their bit. He's doing his bit. So well done, Amir Khan. All right, let's talk a bit of Deontay Wilder. And I guess it will lead into Tyson Fury and maybe a bit of AJ as well. A few people have asked me, Ade, was Wilder overrated? They're asking me this because Tyson Fury done an interview recently. I think the transcript of that interview is on Boxing Scene's website, where Tyson Fury said he was disappointed with the performance of Deontay Wilder. He expected more from Deontay Wilder. This fearsome puncher, this greatest puncher of all time, he expected a bigger, tougher performance. So a few people have asked me, Ade, do you think we overrated Deontay Wilder? I guess you have to ask yourself that, right? I mean, I don't think there's a universal overrating of Deontay Wilder. I guess certain people overrated Deontay Wilder. Did I overrate Deontay Wilder? Absolutely not. I think I was ridiculed for saying I think he's an extremely bad boxer, which I still do think he is, by the way. Did some people maybe overrate him because of those, 10, 11 defenses of the WBC belt? I don't know. Hindsight's a beautiful thing, right? Hindsight's, it's easy to look back and say, yeah, but look at that. At the time, going into that fight with Tyson Fury, a lot of people were hyping up Deontay Wilder. Rightly so, right? He was icing people, putting people to sleep. Now, people will say, yeah, but the level of people he's putting to sleep were D, C, maybe in Lewis Ortiz, a B-level fighter. But regardless, he was putting people to sleep. So he was hyped up, rightly, I think. Now, when we talk about overrating him, again, it's where did you have him? I mean, did you have him as a great of this era, which I guess he is, or did you have him as a great of all time? If you had him as a great of all time, then you need to watch a bit more boxing. You can't get carried away with the now of boxing. You need to go and watch a bit more. During this quarantine period, I've been watching a lot of old school fights. I think I was watching one the other day, Riddick Bowe versus Evander Holyfield. Go and watch that. Greats, right? Guys going out there, two elite fighters going out there and putting it all on the line and just boxing, just a crazy fight, right? Skill, power, combinations, chin, heart rate, dedicate, everything. If you're comparing Wilder to that, then I'm sorry. And you're saying Wilder's on that level, then you need to watch more boxing. If you're comparing Wilder to what he's fighting around now and saying he's a great because of what he's doing now, then okay, I can fuck with that. But if you were hyping Wilder up to be this great of all time or one of the greats of all time because of what he's doing to people and because of the defenses, then yes, you have clearly overrated him. Clearly overrated him. But don't let what Tyson Fury done to Deontay Wilder diminish how good a fighter Deontay Wilder is, sorry. Tyson Fury is just that good. Tyson Fury is a very, very good fighter, right? And I do feel like if Tyson Fury can have 2-3 more defenses against the guys in and around him now, so Wilder again, Joshua one, maybe even a Dillian White one, we will be talking about Tyson Fury as a great heavyweight. Not one of the great, I'm just saying put him into that category because of what he's done already to Klitschko and I think to Wilder twice. So again, 2-3 more big names on that resume, Tyson Fury is a great. So I don't think you can diminish Deontay Wilder because of what Tyson Fury done. You just have to have Deontay Wilder as a separate entity. Does that make any sense at all? I do not know. So yeah, I don't think he was overrated by me just because I had a clear vision of how good I thought he was. I think he's a big puncher. That's all I think he is. I don't think he uses anything else or any of these other attributes that he clearly could use. He's very athletic. I'd expect him to be a bit better of a mover. He has a huge reach advantage over most fighters. I expect him to use his jab a bit more. He does none of these things. So I never overrated him. I was just thinking he's a good boxer. Again, I know there is a lot of Deontay Wilder fans that were really hyping him up, right? Really hyping him up. And they still are, even with this loss, right? Because they're the ones that are making excuses for the loss. The glove gate, the weight of the costume on his legs, to Tyson Fury cheat. PD talks about so much crap, right? But I just think he was a good fighter. And I say was because I'm not entirely sure how he recovers from that defeat mentally. This will show me how good he is, right? If he can recover mentally, we'll see. But I'm not uber convinced. Do I think he can adopt a different game plan like AJ did against Ruiz? Bear in mind, I'm not comparing Ruiz to Fury. I'm just saying, can we see a different Wilder this late into his career? What is Wilder, 34, 35? Can Wilder box and move a bit more and then land the right hand when it's there? Or are we still going to see the Wilder that literally just goes for the kill all the time? I don't know. I'm not convinced that he can do that now. And even if he can box and move, look who he's trying to box and move against. A great boxer mover. So it's going to be difficult to see how Wilder comes back for that. So to summarize, in that very long-gated answer, I never overrated him because I just thought he was just good. I never thought he was great. I thought he was, yes, a very good boxer in this era. But when people were trying to compare him to other eras just because of the punch power, I just can't give you that. I can't give Wilder that just because, again, I've watched those boxers in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, and even the guys now in the 2000s, and they do so much more. They do so much more. Their movement, their jab, their combination punches, they don't just rely solely on one thing. Even big punchers like Vitaly Klitschko was considered a very big puncher. Watch him, does so much more, right? You've got to do more. You've got to have more attributes than just that. And that's the problem with big punchers. When they do get to a fight and they've landed their big shots, you can almost see the panic on their eyes when the guy's still standing there. It's like, what do I do? I've done what I thought, what worked all the other times. What do I do? And Wilder had no game, so no plan B, C, or D, did he? It literally was plan A. If plan A doesn't work, we're fucked. That's not a great fighter. So I think a lot of people overrated Wilder, certainly not me. But don't diminish what he did, right? Don't this might be contradicting myself, but don't diminish the fact that he put people to sleep and the way in which he put people to sleep. I mean, the power is frightening, right? Frightening. But yes, certain fans and certain media members definitely overrated Deontay Wilder. Peace. Guys, sorry, it's me again. I'm back. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, please like and share the videos. It really does help the channel a lot. And if you want to support the channel, I do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, I'm done. Peace.